Next game loading up, and this is going to be Habitation Station. And this time around, you know what? We're not seeing the command center liftoff, so let's just introduce uThermal. But props to the observer switching immediately into the game, expecting the CC liftoff. Here is uThermal, the Red Terran player spawning on the top left, playing for AT Gaming, and currently he is one game away from claiming the DSCL trophy. And his opponent is going to be playing for Team Fnatic, the blue Protoss in the top left, Fnatic's Ignite. Crowd is so tense, they don't even give a single cheer.
You have to build up the voice, Mary. You have to start yelling at the end.
No, I don't want to be disrespectful to the audience.
Okay. I'm surprised by the non-CC lift. I've talked a lot to uThermal about...
Yeah.
I talk a lot to him about pretty much everything concerning StarCraft. So I'm surprised he doesn't do it, because he always says to me, yeah, on Habitation I always do it. It's just a free win for me, you know? Like.
And he did it 2 times already. Yeah. He did it yesterday in the Team League Finals versus Hearthstone. Yeah,
but Hearthstone knew it was coming, and I think uThermal didn't do it perfectly. Like, I think Hearthstone played beautifully to stop that and made all the right moves, but I don't...
Wait a minute. Here's something interesting. A gas before Barracks. This will be a quick factory, so maybe we'll see a Widow Mine drop or maybe some Hellions.
To touch on what I was saying before, I think Hearthstone played it nearly perfectly, but I don't think uThermal played it nearly perfectly. So I was kind of expecting it, even though it failed yesterday, for him to just say, well, I made a few mistakes, I'm not going to make these mistakes now, it's your time to die, Ignite.
Yeah, and you know, here's the funny thing. These guys played today, and they played on this map. It was the second game they played. uThermal lifted the CC, and Ignite, because he saw the Team League games the day before, he scouted very early after the first pylon. He went to the watchtower to see if there are SCVs at the gold minerals. He did not scout at all right now. So he is convinced that uThermal will not be doing the strategy to him.
Or he doesn't think this seeing it helped him necessarily. Like, it's possible he doesn't feel like seeing it early changes the way the game plays out after that. Maybe his build order leading up to like now or when he does scout is exactly the same as if he doesn't see it.
That is actually true, but I think this is going to be a Stargate once again. So Oracle, well, this could this could be either really bad or really good for either player. It will depend on the Widow Mine usage, or basically, I mean, if uThermal goes for Hellions, which I really doubt, will depend on the Widow Mine usage. Like, do you use them defensively? Where will the Widow Mines be out on the map by the time the Oracle comes? Because the Marine count will be severely limited by having only single barracks with no add-ons.
I've seen a game very similar to this before with uThermal, where he lost a lot of SCVs in the main, and it looked devastating. And then the observer looked at the Protoss player, and everything just was gone. So I feel like if you just get one medevac with one mine into the opponent's base and you have a Widow Mine in your own base, you're fine. Because the Widow Mine one-shots the Oracle. But if the Oracle arrives early enough that there is no defense yet, then suddenly all your SCVs die. And if Protoss then plays very well and defends the drop itself, suddenly you're near dead. Yeah.
But I don't think that will happen here today. Okay, so one Widow Mine, and I think that's a defensive Widow Mine. It should be somewhere... it's defending the Oracle. So, well, if Ignite is not careful, if he's not paying attention to the Oracle, he might very well lose it, and that would set him back greatly. Let's take a look at the Oracle as it's flying into the base. Oh, he loses it! But he did see the Widow Mine. He did steer away from the Oracle to the north, but it was a little bit too late, and the mine just kind of annihilated that unit. So not a really good start for Ignite. And now, on top of all of this, uThermal knows that Stargate is in play.
I think him positioning the Widow Mine like that is showing that he was aware of the popularity of Stargate on this map and was aware that Ignite might try this. So I think in his mind, this build is a counter build to a quick Stargate.
Yeah, it could be. And he's building a bunker on the top of the ramp, so he thinks a repeat of the previous build is in the works. What he does not know, as of yet, is that Ignite is actually expanding. He needs to confirm the expansion with this medevac right now.
The lack of added gates should give it away, so I think he's going to be fine. Actually, there is 3 gates, so I'm not sure.
Exactly, he needs to see the Nexus. If he stays in his main base, he will fall behind on Econ.
That is true.
But he's killing quite a lot of probes here.
He's killing a lot of probes, actually. This is like very bad for Ignite. Terran is up 4 SCVs right now, and probes are still going down. the Oracle finally comes back into help, but is it enough?
Whoa, I mean, take a look at the worker count. It's 19 probes to 27 SCVs. I mean, yeah, we do have the second Nexus. That's a thing. With good Chrono Boost, you can kind of get back your probe count to a healthy level quite quickly. But the second Nexus is not done just yet. And, you know, uThermal, he opened up with a 1-1-1. He's adding on additional barracks right now, so he can do a follow-up to this.
I think uThermal thinks he has done enough damage for him to be able to kill Ignite. Because he's investing in an extra barracks and making a Viking. And this would not make sense if he would be going for an expansion.
Oh, he gets another Oracle at the north as well. Very good defense there by uThermal, just skipping the medevacs, getting a couple of Vikings. But I don't know. I mean, wait a minute. He's moving out right now. He's getting the expansion. So he's going to be pressuring the Protoss with, containing the Protoss with Marines and Widow Mines. What will Ignite have at his doorstep to stop this? He's got 2, maybe 3 force fields on those sentries, so he can delay a little bit, but the Vikings will give uThermal high ground vision. Oh, nice. Hallucinated Phoenix.
I think that was almost bad for Ignite, because now he has even less energy.
Oh no, he lets the Hellions up.
Yeah, but he didn't have energy to make another force field because he made the Hallucinated Phoenix.
Oh, that was very unfortunate there. Guardian Shield goes up, but oh, this could be a very quick game. Vikings are landing. There's just not enough army here at the natural base for Ignite. And uThermal is doing a pretty good job of target firing the units. The Widow Mines are moving up the ramp, preventing reinforcements from defending the natural, and Ignite has to sack the Nexus.
Is uThermal going to be our DSCL Open 2014 champion? It is looking like it. The natural Nexus is going down, and Ignite does not have a lot going for him. He's going to try to move down and pick up some Marines, but is it going to be enough?
I don't think it is. I mean, the army supply is 9 to 20. The Stalkers are falling. uThermal, however, most of his army is back home being produced. He does not have a lot in the front, so not everything has been said and done just yet. But this was a very, very narrow defense from Ignite.
I'm very surprised by how well that went for Ignite after not being able to force field him off. Very well done. uThermal does have a second command center, so he will be able to follow this up, and it's not like his push was dead in the water because of it. But that was nicely done by Ignite. He is down 10 workers and mules, so it's still looking grim, but he's alive. There's a heartbeat.
I think, you know, I think one of the very few chances for him right now is skip the gateway units, just not warping anything. And just shoot straight for the AoE, which he's doing right now. He's building the Colossus Den. But because he needs to use up as many minerals as he can to Chrono Boost into the Nexuses to bring his economy on par with the Terran. So he cannot afford to warp in any units right now.
That or make so many gateway units and hope uThermal commits in trying to harass him.
Yeah.
But he is going for the AoE, and I think in this situation that might be the correct choice.
Yeah, the only weakness to this, or the major weakness to this, is, of course, not having enough gateway units. So if uThermal starts to drop him heavily, he might have problems defending all the drops, especially if uThermal starts dropping the natural and the main at the same time. Because, as we said, Ignite, I don't think he can afford to warp in any more Stalkers than he has right now.
Stalkers are out of position, and the medevac is going to go in, but I wonder how much damage it will do. He needs to notice. He needs to pull his probes right now. He needs to pull his probes.
Widow Mines! Oh! Oh, 8! 8 probes have just gone down to a single Widow Mine. This has got to feel, well, I don't want to spout any profanities here right now, but this has got to feel really bad, to say the least.
Wow, that was like the nail in the coffin almost. There was still a chance if he gets Colossus out and gets good engagements, but now he's just lost so many probes, and it's such an uphill battle for Ignite.
Agreed. And you look at this, uThermal realizes the advantage he's at right now. Another 3 probes just now killed, and uThermal is moving across the map. Let's see if he can hammer this home. There is only 1 Colossus, and the Viking count is 0 right now.
There is a very force fieldable ramp, so if he does get a second sentry to get the force field down, I do give him a shot. But he's moving back to kill the mine now, which might give uThermal the opportunity to just move up and stim in.
But he has to be careful not to let his army being split up by the force fields.
Yeah.
If he makes the same mistake, the game will be leveled once again, I feel like, just because of him not having the Vikings.
I like what he's doing. He's aware of the possibility of his army getting split up, so he's sending a medevac over.
Yeah, but it's been spotted by the observer, so This is a question of how well does Ignite split his army? Not well enough, and he loses the Colossus. The force fields come way too late, and they're not perfectly placed. Anyways, the Medivac at the top, however, will probably get picked off by the Stalkers, but the natural is where it's at. And GG call, uThermal winning the DSCL Championship 4-2 against Ignite from Denmark. Stellar performance from both players. Give it up for both of them. Congratulations.